Alright everyone, today we are going to be replacing the secondary air pump on this 2006 E350, and here is the replacement part that we will be replacing it with. It's not a Mercedes-Benz part, it's going to be a Bosch part. Found out that you can order a Bosch part for a third of the price compared to the Mercedes ones. Mercedes wanted $980 for that pump, and I got one from Bosch for 300 bucks. So I'm gonna walk you guys through this, and should be a easy install, hopefully. Alright guys, here are the tools that I'm gonna be using: a small flathead, a extension with a T25 Torx bit, a 3/8 ratchet, and the check valve that comes with the parts kit, along with the secondary air pump. And I did forget to put in there the relay that it comes with. So I'm going to be doing a quick voiceover. Like I had stated in the previous clip, I did end up buying this part from eBay instead of going to the dealership. The dealership wanted $980 for it, and I ended up paying $300 for the one that I got through eBay. Just make sure to look up the secondary air pump for your car and it should pop up. Mine came with the it came with a relay, the secondary air pump, and the check valve. So here I'm taking off the 5 T25 bolts that are attaching the secondary air pump to the engine. The bracket itself is what these bolts or nuts go to. So one thing to keep in mind is I always use a magnetic tray just so you don't lose any of these if you accidentally knock some of these over. Alright guys, so real quick, here you can see that I'm taking out the last bolt underneath the secondary air pump. Keep in mind you're also going to have to take the vacuum hoses, or just the hoses in general, off of the secondary air pump so it can release and be taken out. Alright, so one of the other things that came in with the secondary air pump was this check valve that you see here. Nothing seemed to be wrong with the one that I already had in the car, but I figured since I had a new one and had the secondary air pump out of the way, I could just replace this while I'm at it. It's pretty simple. It just takes, it's just connected by two hoses. So you just disconnect those two hoses with a small screwdriver and replace it. So here where the bolts are located, there's a second bolt, third bolt. Next you'll see the fourth bolt and fifth bolt. That's where all the bolts are located in order to take this secondary air pump off. So here you're going to see me taking out the old check valve and replacing it with the new one. It does take quite a bit to get it removed, mainly because the hoses were stuck on the check valve. Looks like that check valve hasn't been replaced, as far as I know, for a while, or maybe ever. So next I'm going to show you guys the bracket for the secondary air pump. That's going to be the rear of it, and you need to take those 3 T25 bolts off to replace it with a new one. So just a heads up guys, it is going to be a little bit tricky trying to put the secondary air pump back in. There is a bracket in the engine bay that the secondary air pump will kind of catch on. So you are going to have to kind of wiggle your way back in there. But once you get past that bracket, it's pretty much smooth sailing after that. And that's pretty much the end of the video. So thank you very much for watching guys. I hope you guys learned something, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.